from Grizel. Steps into it. High end-over-end kick's going to drive Clem all the way back inside the 5, down the 4-yard line. Picks it up, starts up the left side. Is going to be hit at the 20, breaks the tackle, keeps his feet churning, gets out over the 20 to about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. That's where the Hounds bring him down at, and Wayne County will start first down and 10.
Well, defensively for Corbin, David, they're going to be with big Jesse Lyford in there, also Harley Lambert, Cody Lane, and looks like William Reedy up front. Oh, no, excuse me, Dalton Anderson. The linebackers are Austin Powers, Kai Jackson, and we'll check the rest of them after this play.
Guppy right at the line, quickly working the hurry-up offense. Going to hand it to the big fullback, Gardner Branham, straight up the middle. Big guy takes tacklers with him out over the 25 to the 26-yard line, gain of about 4. Do need to make one correction. That was not Grizel kicking off. That was actually Cananu, Tulio Cananu. Wonder where he had been, but he's back now, 5'6", 135-pound junior. So Cananu kicking off. Got a good one, Coach, all the way down inside the 5.
Also, he did. A little movement there. Also, Dylan Adams, one of the linebackers. Josh Kopic and Austin O'Neill, the corners. The safety is Waddle.
Branham, 6'2", 250. He's the fullback, and the quarterback, of course, is Guppy, working out of the pistol. He's going to keep it himself, starts around the left side, hit, and dropped immediately. No gain on the play. And that's a nice play that time by Reedy as well as Jackson Burley.
Well, what I've seen in the first 2 plays here, I hope continues. But Corbin looks a little distinctively quicker than them up front. Now, what they're trying to do, I think Wayne County's going to try to establish, hey, can we run right at these guys? And, you know, the 3rd and short here, or 3rd and long here, so far pretty good.
3rd down and a long 5 for the Cardinals, working from their own 26-yard line. Guffey in the pistol, looks to throw, rolling to his right, gets a rush, fires off the right side, incomplete. Sailed that one way over the head of his intended receiver out there, number 20, Gardner. Well covered on the play by O'Neill. Jackson in the vicinity as well, and Wayne County will have to kick it away on their first series. 4th down and 5 upcoming for the Cardinals.
Well, Guffey sprinted to the right then, and really they just ran an out pattern there, and he tried to get enough for the first down, but Austin O'Neill right there on the coverage for Corbin.
This has been one of Corbin's best offensive plays for this entire season. That's punt returns. Back deep is Kopic and Waddle. They kick it towards the sideline. Fair catch called for, penalty. Flags come down from everywhere as Kopic signaled for the first down. He got hammered by number 4, Alan Brown of Wayne County, right in front of the Wayne County bench. So that's going to tack some yardage on to what would already have been good field position for the Hounds at about the 43-yard line of Wayne County. Is that a 15-yarder, Coach, or a 10?
15-yarder. That's first break of the game for Corbin, because you pointed out, David, they were going to get good field position anyway, and then they're going to tack this one on. So Corbin really in good shape right here.
It is a 15-yarder. They're going to march it all the way down to the Wayne County 41-yard line. So Hounds in good shape there. Just underway here from Wayne County. 2 undefeated teams battling for first place in the standings in the district. Wayne County 3 and out on their first series, and Corbin takes over first down and 10 from the 41 here for the Hounds of Wayne County. Waddle in motion. They're going to give it to Waddle. He starts around the left side, catches a block, and then turns it up to the hit and dropped it to 40 again of a yard. That play looked like it might actually go for a little more than it did, but good job of Wayne County closing on Taylor Waddle.
That was just a jet outside where they would give it to Taylor and let him try to outrun everybody. But I'm not so sure that wasn't a read right there. When the end comes up, maybe G-Baby should have kept that inside. And again, it may be a call play that could have been a read. I think if it had been a read, we got the yard.
Yeah, this is take it down and 10 now for Corbin. Still working from the 41 of Wayne County. Taylor's going to move up under center. 2 tight ends, full house back. Big Jack Kopic comes out the right side. Picks his way across the line. Flags come down from everywhere. Kopic's going to have a 5-yard gain, but I suspect Corbin's going to have a holding call here, and that's what the flag is. So the early penalty will go against Corbin. They give back the 15 yards that, or excuse me, 10 of the 15 yards that Wayne County gave Corbin on the punt.
Well, that's something we need to keep an eye on, because in big games like this, penalties can be the difference.
We're trying to keep track of those.
That's what I was doing. So 1 apiece right now.
Corbin will get to replay second down. However, it will be second down and about 17, maybe 18, 19 yards, looks like now. They'll reset the football. Back in Corbin territory to 49. Taylor's going to work out of the shotgun, back slankies him to either side. Now he motions Taylor back out of there to the right. 2 wide outs to the right. That's the short side of the field. Taylor's rolling that way. Flips, dumps it off underneath. Got his man. It's going to be caught by A.J. Moore. Flips the tackler, gets down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards. So they get a portion of the yardage back. It's going to bring up third down and about 11 now for the Hounds.
I like what Corbin's doing there. They're trying to get Corey Taylor in the flow of the game right there. Leave those simple short ones. They ran Waddle and Topic off and just let A.J. Moore come underneath him in a little jump pattern there to try to get some momentum, try to get some of the yardage back.
It was a good job by Taylor. Lost his footing and then still managed to get the pass off some more. Same set, 2 wide out to the right. Taylor's rolling back to the right. Looks to throw back to the left now. Cross middle, got a receiver out there. Incomplete. Intended for Moore again. Pretty good defensive play out there by Joe Pierce of Wayne County. Stepped right in front of Moore. Probably obstructed his vision of the football just a bit, Burley, and Corbin's going to have to kick it away on 4th and 12.
Yeah, I think what Corey was wanting him to do was run it more out instead of up, and that time it looked like AJ got up the field instead of out. But nevertheless, really just trading punches here right now.
Taylor set to kick it away back deep for Wayne County, number 20, Logan Gardner. He's the guy they like to have around the football. 4th down and 12 for the Hounds. They're going to be punting it from the Wayne County 44, so Taylor looking to dump one down inside the 10. 8:45 to go in the first. No score as of yet. Taylor rolls to the right, steps into the rugby-style punt, fires it down to the 10-yard line, about the 8. Fair catch called for by Gardner, makes the catch, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from Wayne County, and from my angle, maybe even closer to the 7-yard line. So great punt that time by Taylor, Burley. Wayne County starts backed up with their back against their own goal line.
Well, we've won the field position battle here after trading a series of piece, and both teams are a little tentative right now. Don't seem as confident as you expect them to, but again, like I say, this is a heavyweight fight. Everybody just trading punches at this point.
1st down and 10 for Wayne County. No score as of yet in the football game. Both teams a couple series, punting it away. Guffey's going to work out of the pistol. Got the big guy Branham in behind him. Straight back to pass goes Guffey. Fires across the middle. Incomplete. Broken up cleanly out there at the 20-yard line. Pass intended for Gardner. Just pick up the Corbin play. That might have been Dylan Adams over there in on the breakup. O'Neal. Okay.
So what he did, David, he got him wide out there, and that kid's got some size. Gardner does. He ran a slant back inside, and Austin jumped it. Nearly picked it. Really made a good play.
2nd down and 10 now for Wayne County. 8:33 to go in the first quarter. No score as of yet. Wayne County working from, now we're going to call it the 7-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Tyler Guffey, the quarterback, and he's a good one. He's working out of the pistol. One back behind him is the big fullback, Branham. Back to throws. Guffey, quick hitter off the left side. Got his man. Breaks the tackle, still on the stick. That's Gardner. He's going to have the 1st down and more out over the 20 to the 25-yard line. Tracked down from behind by Austin O'Neal, but not before he gets enough yards to get Wayne County out of the hole, and a fresh set of downs for the Cardinals.
Well, Corbin came on an all-out blitz, and when they did, that put us in man coverage that time, and the kid just ran a good route, and Guffey got him the ball.
I think that's the difference in a veteran quarterback, being able to read those blitzes. He knew as soon as he saw that blitz, he took a 2-step drop and fired that thing, and it was out of his hands. We didn't even get close to it.
Well, they looked at the film this week, David, and they talked to him and said, hey, listen, when it comes, you've got to throw it now. What typically he might want to sit back there and try to get it down the field. Now he's just got to take some of the short stuff and let his receivers work.
But, Coach, that's a great route by the receiver to break his route off and run a 3-yard route.
Fantastic route.
And then run after the catch. So a nice play that time. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, working from about their own 25-yard line. Guffey moves up the line, now moves away, maybe changing his play. Still in the pistol, wide outs to both sides. Guffey takes it, leaves with the big fullback. Branham steps over a couple tacklers, bangs it out over the 30 to about the 31-yard line. That's a nice gainer there of about 6 for the big 250-pound fullback.
Well, what you don't want to have happen is let him get going, because if he gets going in there, David, that makes everything they do more effective, because then Corbin's got to load that line of scrimmage up, and they can't defend the pass as well. And that appears to me what Wayne's game plan is we're going to run this guy at you a little bit, make you honor him, and then we'll throw it some.
2nd down and 5, working from their own 31. Guffey is going to keep it himself after faking the fullback. Not much room to roam, though, as he may have picked up a yard off the left side. Will bring up 3rd down and about 3 for the Cardinals.
Kai Jackson in on the stop. On that front line again is Jesse Lyford. Dalton Anderson, who's had a good year, Harley Lambert, who I think's played tremendous, and also over there is Cody Lane and William Reedy.
You know, Coach, for me, and you know a lot of the kids coming back from year to year when you broadcast these games like we do, but the most pleasant surprise of this football team for me has been this defensive line.
Oh, they've played well. They've played well.
Guppy working on 3rd down and 3 from their own 32. Still in the pistol, takes it, looks to throw, dumps off left side, got a receiver out there. Nice catch there made by the receiver, Perkins. One tackler misses, starts up the left sideline into Corbin territory, chased out of bounds all the way down to the 36-yard line. Nice throw and catch that time. Jason Perkins with his first grab of the game. He's the leading receiver on this team, Burley. A little guy, only 5'11", 150 pounds, and I think 5'11" is a stretch. If he's standing on a phone book, he might be 5'11", a big phone book, but now the kid's a nice player.
He is, and what he does, he makes you miss. So we really had him covered right there. A little short route, came up, we didn't tackle, David. You got to tackle in a game like this, and we didn't do it then.
Pretty impressive drive for Wayne County. This one started back at their 7-yard line. Now 1st and 10 at the Corbin 35. Guppy straight up the gut to the fullback. He lowers his head, and Branham runs into his own man, knocks him forward a couple yards, and still manages to pick up about 3. That's a play that Mark Sanchez would be proud of.
I can tell you this, David, it's physical out there. Both teams laying the wood to each other.
6:20 to go now in the first quarter of play. Very fast-moving first quarter thus far. No score as of yet. Both teams traded punts in their first series, but Wayne has put together a few first downs this time around. They've got it 2nd down and, let's call it about 8 from the Corbin 34. Standing room only crowd. This is the definition of standing room only right here. SRO in Monticello tonight. Guppy may be changing his play at the line. Gets him up there early, then kind of looks things over. Kind of Peyton Manning-like. Takes a snap, looks to throw, fires long down the left side. Got a man out there, wide open, touchdown. Perkins got behind the Corbin defensive back. I think that was Reedy back there. And well, I tell you, that was just a little pump and go. We bid on the pump, and Perkins wide open. The 35-yard touchdown pass gets Wayne County on the board first.
Well, he's their guy, David, that can counter what we do because he is fast. And that time, you're right, Guppy actually helped make that play because he pumped it to him when we did. We bid on the fake, and then he took off.
And to attempt the extra point, number 22, Junior Ruiz. Ruiz also an outstanding wide receiver on this team. Snaps a good one. Kick on the way. Ruiz steps into it. He may have chili dipped it just a bit, but it's going to be good as he knocks it through for the 7th point of the game for Wayne County. 7-0 lead for the Cardinals. Still 5:47 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break, then be back to Monticello, Kentucky. Stay with us. This is Redhound Football on T107. Distance set, kick it away, kicks it straight up the middle of the field. A low ground ball going to be fielded by Jackson for 35 on the hop. Kai lowers his head and bangs it all the way out to the 45. That was Kai was trying to find somebody to run over. Good run back by Jackson, 1st and 10 for the half.
I love the way he plays, man. He plays with reckless abandon. That kid made the tackle, but I'll tell you this much, Kai Jackson really lowered the shoulder on him.
You know what he told the kicker? He said, don't kick it to 10 anymore.
Yeah, no joke.
Because if you do, somebody's going to have to tackle him. That was a nice run, though.
Well, Corbin needs the answer right here, David.
2 tight ends for Corbin, full house. Backfield set. Nance in the game out, fullback. Second back through is Kopic. Picks across the line of scrimmage. Good run that time. 5 yards out to the 50. So a good run for Kopic on 1st down. Gets a nice lead block from Brian Nance in there as well, Burley.
Patience. Corbin's got to be patient. You fail down here. You're playing against a good quarterback. They're going to score some points. So, again, if you're the leaders of this team, you got to say, all right, guys, let's fire right back.
Take it down in 5 now, working from the 50-yard line. Nose of the football resting right on the 50-yard stripe. Wide out to the left side is Reedy. 3 backs set in behind the quarterback. Taylor gives a second back through. That's Kopic. Picks his way to secondary. Breaks free. He's gone. See you later. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. Corbin Kopic from 50 yards out. Bangs it in. Corbin's got a chance to tie this game up. No flags on the play. That didn't take long, Burley. That's the exact answer Steve Jewell was looking for.
Absolutely. And I think that's the kind of game it's going to be. You know, and we obviously, if we could predict this thing, we wouldn't be sitting here. We'd be doing something else. But I think it's going to be one of those games where they're going to score some, we're going to score some, but you're going to have to keep your composure, stay with your game plan, and it'll all work out.
Well, one thing we talked about the last time you and I were together is how important these extra points are. And, you know, Corbin's had a bit of a trouble this year with scoring extra points. And let's see, it looks like they might be going for two now. They've got their entire line lined up along to the left side. One quarterback, they're going to run from here. They snap it to Waddle. He lowers his head, dives into the end zone. He's in easily. Corbin converts on a very unorthodox play for the two-point conversion. You've seen it. You've seen teams do it all the time, Coach. They lined everybody up to the left except for the center, a running back, and Waddle. They snapped it to him, and he just beat everybody to the end zone. Cannon approaches, sends it on its way. High end-over-end kick, not quite as deep as the last one. Drives Clem back to the 10. Starts up the left side, now reverses back across the middle of the field. Breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet, cut down at the 33-yard line. Nice run back by Chris Clem. Cardinals with the football. 1st and 10, working from their own 33-yard line, looks like. Guffey working out of the pistol. The big fullback, Branham, right behind him. They're going to give it to the big guy. He's got some room to rumble. Lowers his head, bangs it all the way out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 8 for the big 250-pound fullback, Cad Branham.
He's a house cat now, I can tell you this. But, again, what Corbin don't want to do is let him get going because it'll sure make their offense very effective if they do.
I'm going to say Cad's not a lot of fun to tackle. Second down and a long 2 for Wayne County. Guffey's got a touchdown pass in the game. Already handoff, big fullback again. Branham runs over a couple Redhound tacklers at the line, gets the gain, sit out for a gain of about 3. He's going to be really close to the first down. Will depend on the mark. From here, it looks like it's going to be just a little bit short. Touchdowns in Wayne County. Guffey takes it, leaves it with Branham again. The big guy loses his footing and slides forward to about the 45. They're going to mark him down probably about the 44, gain of a yard on the play.
Nice job by Corbin that time. Kai Jackson again on the stop. Looked like Jesse Lyford also.
You know, I'm sorry, Coach. You know, Jackson limping a little bit. He's got up noticeably off that pile limping.
I can tell you this. He's a tough kid. He'll have to really be hurt not to play.
Take it down in 9. Guffey still working out of the pistol. 2 wide outs to the right. That's the short side of the field. Guffey's going to lead with a fullback for the 4th time in a row. Branham lowers his head and picks up about 6 or 7 yards. Initially had a nice hole, but Corbin closed it. Led by Kai Jackson to limit him to about a 5-yard gain. So let's call it 3rd down now and about 4 or maybe a long 3.
Jackson and Harrison Reedy on the stop.
They ran the big guy, Burley, 4 times in a row, maybe doing what you were talking about, just kind of setting Corbin up for that long one over the top. Wide outs to both sides now, split wide. Guffey again working out of the pistol, takes the low snap, looks off to his right, fires it out there, caught for a first down. Tackled immediately by Austin O'Neill, but a nice play by Gardner. And really, that's a great job by the wide receiver because you could noticeably see him work his way back to the football, and much like a basketball player, blocked Austin O'Neill away from the football.
Well, the thing I like about that, they picked up a first down, but you're going to have to give Guffey a little bit of cushion right here. You're going to have to give something up, and if we're going to give those dink and dunks up, I'm okay with that. But what you don't want to do is get that dunk and go like they had a few minutes ago.
Yeah, you certainly want to keep the football in front of you. That's a very good point. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Working from the 45-yard line of Corbin, 8-7 lead for the Hounds, nearing the end of the first quarter. Guffey pump fake, looks, he's chased out of pocket. The big guy's going to run it, breaks the tackle. He's into the Corbin secondary. 35-30 down to the 28-yard line, and that's 225 pounds of really good athlete coming at you in that secondary. And Burley's not a quick kid. I would not consider him quick, but he's very shifty. He's elusive, and that time he runs it all the way down to the Corbin 28, a gain of 22.
David, I wouldn't call him a quarterback. I call him a football player because that's what he is. He just knows how to play this game. And I'm not dishing on him but saying he's not a quarterback. He's a fantastic football player. He really is.
Yeah, he's a football player that just happens to play quarterback.
That's right.
I think you could stick him at tight end to be just as good. 1st down and 10 from the Corbin 28-yard line. Guffey looking over the Corbin defense, maybe changing his play. Minute 17 now to go in the quarter. Hounds on top 8-7. Guffey fires long down the left sideline. Jump ball out there, incomplete. This time Reedy perfect coverage out there, running stride for stride with Jason Perkins. And had that ball been thrown where anybody could have caught it, Reedy had a better chance than anybody.
Nice coverage by Harrison that time.
1:08 to go here in the first. I'll tell you what, this is, and you know, this is an overused cliche, but this is what high school football is supposed to be about. Really look around this football field, a complete ring of people,
it's
3
really
and
nice.
4, 5 deep, all the way around this football field.
Really nice. What a fun event to be part of.
Well, it's what's nice with nobody around us. We got a press box here to ourselves. Guppy takes it, leaves it with the big guy. Branham steps over, tackles at the line of scrimmage, and lunges forward for a short gain, 2, maybe 3. Going to bring up third down and about 7, I think about 8, I guess. Didn't get a really good spot there.
Harley Lambert on the first hit, and a little help from Tanner Powers there.
Ball's on the it's like 27-yard line. No, Burley, you just look at this Wayne County front, and this is the first time we've gotten a really good look at it from this angle. There's some big kids up there.
Oh, there's no question.
Third down and 9. Big defensive play here for the Hounds. Guppy back there. Here comes the blitz. He's hit and hammered down. And they got it away. Unbelievable. I don't know how he threw that ball away, but he got rid of it, and he was hit and hammered. Somebody come through on the blitz and just drilled him. Busted that play up from the beginning, but again, that's a pretty strong kid, Burley. He was able to get rid of that football in the vicinity of a receiver.
That's unbelievable. Jesse Lofford had him wrapped up, had both arms around him, and he was still able to get it off.
And he threw it almost underhanded, Burley. Kind of a...
Well, what's bad about it, Jesse makes a great play, and then we're talking about the quarterback because of what he did.
Yeah, it's a great play. That was going to be about a 10-yard loss. So instead of 4th and 19, it's 4th and 9. Wayne County going for it here quickly out of the huddle. A little hurry-up offense here for the Cardinals from the 28. Back to throws Guppy. Fires across the middle. Got his man. Caught it. Hammered. Absolutely depleted back there. Great hit by Waddle, but it's going to be enough for the first down all the way down to the Corbin 15. A great catch by Alan Brown as he got taken out of his cleats, but an absolute great catch and throw that time.
Well, what makes it tough for Corbin, David, is we're going to stem blitzes, and when we do, we're going to be locked up on a man, and they're going to be hard to guard, man. So when we blitz and miss, it makes it really hard on us.
Well, Waddle unloaded on him. I tell you what, that's a great play by Alan Brown to hold on to the football. We've got a timeout on the field. Looks like Corbin's going to talk things over, so we'll take a break as well. Actually going to be the end of the quarter. Wayne County working from, looks like about the Corbin 15-yard line. Guppy turns, leaves it, the second back through. He's going to be hit at the backfield. Flips the tackle, still on his feet, bounces outside, inside the 10. Still going, takes it in. Touchdown, Wayne County. Junior Ruiz, his first carry of the game. Actually, the first carry of the game for Wayne County by anybody except for Guppy or the big fullback Branham. Ruiz takes it in from 15 yards out. Wayne County again on the scoreboard.
Well, I'll tell you what, I remember him from last year, David. He hurt us some, and that's the first time I've seen him in the game, actually. But again, we didn't tackle well. We had a chance there, hit him in the backfield, and the defensive back just didn't lock up.
You know, one thing I've learned about watching high school football, or any football for that matter, it's tough to tackle a guy one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a good athlete. Ruiz is going to try to tack on the extra point. He's going for all the points on this drive. Steps into the kick. It is long and strong right down the middle. Wayne County retakes the lead, 14-8 Cardinals. Now we'll break for 30 seconds, then be back. Stay with us. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Dakota Kinsley set to kick it away for Wayne County. Back deep for Corbin is Kopic and Reedy. Short end over end kick. Going to be fielded by an up back. That's Waddle gets it at the 40-yard line. Hit and dropped immediately. May have made it out to the 42, but a good job that time by Taylor of hand off right side. Kopic breaks the tackle at the line. Sidesteps another tackler. He's going to be knocked down after a gain of about 4. Gets it down near the 40-yard line. So he's going to get a nice gainer on the play. Bring up second down now. Looks like in about, maybe about 6. 2 tight ends. Full house set behind the quarterback. Second back through is Kopic. He gets across the 40 down to about the 35-yard line before he's hit and cut down there. A gain of about 5, maybe 6. That should be enough for a first down. It's going to depend on the spot. Taylor takes it, looks to throw. Sets up, fires long down the left side. Got a man wide open. Jackson makes the catch. Diving catch inside the 5 at the 4. Ball thrown behind him. Kai Jackson was running by himself. The ball thrown just a touch behind him. Jackson went to the turf, made the catch, so it's first and goal for Corbin all the way down at the 4-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 5, actually. And a great job, great concentration that time by Kai Jackson as he had to come back for the football. Lost his footing just a bit, and as he came back, made the catch going to the ground. and puts Corbin in business, 1st and 10 at the 5.
It was up and out, Dave, to the left side over here. And Kai doesn't make a lot of offensive plays, but when he does, it seems like they're impacts. And that certainly has impacted this drive.
Backs are split. Actually, full house backfield in behind the quarterback, Taylor. Taylor turns, leaves it with Kopic, bangs off right side, hit and cut down immediately, picks up maybe a yard. It's tough to tell from this angle. Looks like he's going to be put down at about the 4-yard line. So 2nd down and goal from the 4 for Corbin. Hounds trailing 14-8, can tie it up with a touchdown here and can take the lead with an extra point. 7:45 to go now in the first half of play. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you here, field side from a crowded house here at Wayne County. 2 wide outs to the right. That's Jackson and Anderson. Back left side, Reedy and Kopic. Taylor takes it, leave it off with Jackson as he streaks by, dives into the end zone, flips, touchdown, Corbin Jackson. Does it all on this drive. Kai Jackson athletically flipped into the end zone. Corbin ties it up at 14 and can take the lead with an extra point. Let's see what the Hounds have up their sleeve on this extra point.
Well, a nice run that time, David, because he ran out of room there, and he just wouldn't be denied. And when you say flipped, he went up, over, and literally flipped into the end zone.
Well, he was the wide out on the far side to the right side. They brought him in motion. He had a full head of steam, Burley, by the time they handed him that football.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in to attempt the extra point looks like this is Cannonu. Been absent the last couple games. Don't know where Tulio's been, but we have not seen him much. High snap over his head, over the holder's head. Kennedy's going to track it down. He's going to be pummeled back at the 25, 27-yard line. Extra point, no good. And Burley, that extra point thing kind of rears its head again. We're tied at 14. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we return. 7:24 to go in the half. We're tied at 14. Stay with us. This is Redhound Football on T107. 14, 7:24 to go here in the first half of play. Cannonu set to kick it away here for the Redhounds. Steps into it, kick on the way, high, end-over-end kick's going to drive Clem back inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Starts up the left sideline, lowers his head, runs into a pile of Redhounds at the 25, and that's where he will be stopped. 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals. Some good coverage that time by the Redhound kicking team. But let's get straight on the Reedies here, because I, like many, are probably confused. My roster shows number 19 is Andrew Reedy, 5'11", 190-pound sophomore. Also number 63, Andrew Reedy, except when he wears 63, he's 5'10", 186.
Well, he's the starting left guard, and he's wearing number 63, and his brothers are 5
and 18,
which is Harrison, and 18, which is William Reedy.
Yeah, I misspoke when I said 18 instead of 19. I knew that Andrew was wearing 2 different numbers.
And again, goes back to that trivia question. 3 brothers starters at Corbin. I'm satisfied at some point Selby's Birds or some of those, but in recent memory, I don't know any other ones.
That's certainly interesting. Guffey's going to move up under center for the first time tonight. Turns, rolls to his right, looks to throw, fires long down the left side. It's up for grabs, incomplete. Fired that one well over the head of Logan Gardner. Good coverage out there. Taylor Waddle was in the area, as well as number 4, Austin O'Neill.
That's pretty good coverage right there. We had help over the top. Austin had him on the short part of the field right here, and then Taylor came over the top to help him.
See what Corbin's doing. They're getting a hit on the quarterback just about every time. They put a pretty good shot on Guffey. Now, I don't know that that's going to take an immediate toll. He's a big kid at 225, but if they pound on him all night long, you would have to believe it's going to have an effect at some point.
He's pretty sturdy.
He is. 2nd down and 10 for Wayne County. So working from about the 25-yard line. All tied at 14, 7:11 to go in the first half. Guffey turns, leaves his first back through. That's Ruiz, makes one tackler miss, and he is hit and driven to the turf at about the 27-yard line. Gain of about 2. Bring up 3rd down and 8.
Good stop by William Reedy, number 18, one of the outside linebackers.
6:50 to go here in the first half of play. All tied at 14. We have. It's been a very entertaining football game.
And it's supposed to be, David. 2 undefeated teams, 2 programs that's worked very hard, great crowd. This is the kind of game you want to see.
Well, you got the big winner here is going to be whoever counts this money at the gate. They better take some help with them. Guffey back to throw. Here comes the blitz. Sidesteps. He's going to try to run it. Gets rid of a tackler in the backfield. Still on his feet. Lowers his head. Picks up the first down with second effort over the 35 to the 37-yard line. He was hit by my account 3 times broke tacklers, then lowered his head and pushed the defensive back forward about a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards to pick up that first down.
I like his poise there. He could have thrown a bad pass right there, threw that thing on the run. But like you said, we had a lot of pressure on him, and then fortunately Dylan Adams, and I couldn't see the other tackler there, was able to save him actually from scoring.
Well, he is a load, let me tell you. Very, very good. I think you described it well, Coach. He is a football player. 6 minutes exactly to go here in the first half. We're tied at 14, 1st and 10 for Wayne County, working from their own 37-yard line. Guffey's going to drop back and work out of the pistol now. Had been under center thus far. Dumps it off left side, incomplete. Try to get it out to Chris Clem on a little down and out at about the 40, and well covered by Adams. Actually, Adams covered that so well that Guffey had to throw it away, basically.
Yeah, I don't understand the play call there, David. They're on the left hash, and they try to throw a little out here all the way to the left side. You know, I mean, Peyton Manning can't make that throw.
That's funny you say. That's exactly what I was thinking. It would have taken an NFL quarterback to throw that thing on a rope that far.
I don't know whether that was just a missed call from the sideline to the huddle, or that was the call.
Take it down in 10. 2 wide out to the right, 1 to the left. Guffey working out of the pistol. Takes the snap, looks to throw. He's in a bit of trouble. Chased out the back. He's going to be hit and dropped. Sack coming from the backside, and that's big number 58. That's Harley. Is that Lyford?
No, that's Jesse Lyford.
Yeah, Jesse Lyford. Okay, Lyford pulls him down from behind. A big loss on the play all the way back to about the 31-yard line, excuse me.
Well, that's what I'm seeing in the game here starting to take place a little bit. Wayne's big and strong up front, but our quickness is starting to cause them some issues.
It's a good thing halftime's coming up. With this lady down the front that's going to have to run to the store and get some more cigarettes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a bucket of water and drop on her.
I've never seen the beat. They are constant. She must have a few youngsters playing because she's a nervous wreck. 3rd down and 17 now for Wayne County. Screen left side. They dump it off underneath to Ruiz. Excuse me, that's Perkins. He's going to be hit and dropped, though, after a short game, maybe 2 or 3 yards, not nearly enough to pick up the first down. And Wayne County's going to have to kick it away for the first time in a while now. I thought I might have seen a flag, but it looks like it's not going to be a flag. So the Cardinals will have to kick it away. 4:40 to go. Hounds should come away with pretty good field position and plenty of time on the clock, all tied at 14. 4.5 to go in the first half of play. Waddle back deep, as is Kopic. They're kind of staggered back there. You have to believe, Burley, they're trying to set up maybe that reverse or fake reverse. Low line drive kick's going to bounce. Will be fielded by Kopic on the run. They do fake reverse. He keeps it, starts up the right sideline. Got some running room, cuts back, loses the football. Ball's on the turf, and I think Corbin may have gotten back on it right in front of their own sideline. Boy, big break there for the Hounds as Kopic got stripped, and I didn't see who the Redhound was that fell on. It might have been 58 Lyford.
Well, again, that's something we haven't talked about. No turnovers in the game to this point, and again, in a game of this magnitude, bad call or call, I won't say bad calls, but penalties.
Big calls.
Big calls, yes. And turnovers can be the difference, and we were fortunate there to get back on the ball.
We're tied at 14, 4:11 to go in the first half. Corbin's got it just a yard shy of the 50-yard strike. 1st and 10 for the Hounds, wide outs to the right and the left. Handoff straight up the middle to Kopic. Bounces it outside, still on his feet, gets into the secondary, cut down at about the 45-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play for Kopic, running very patiently, Burley, behind his blocking on the left side.
Jake does a great job of finding it in there, and again, the hole's not always exactly where it's supposed to be, but he's patient enough, as you pointed out, to try to find somewhere to get a crease, and that's all he needs, because he's not a pounder. He's a slicer, and that time really made something out of nothing.
This time it's in Kopic and Reedy wide to the left, 2 wide outs to the right. Looks like it's Moore and Taylor. The Waddle back to pass is Taylor, throws it off the left side. The Waddle incomplete. Across the middle, and that was a pretty well-thrown ball. That one hit Taylor in the midst. Would have been a good catch. Led him maybe just a touch too much, but Waddle upset with himself for not hauling that one in. It does stop the clock with 3:30 to go.
No, I think Corey hung in there real good that time because he was starting to feel a little bit of pressure, and he needed Taylor to clear, and when he did, it was a little firm, but Taylor should have caught that one.
3rd down and 5. Corbin more than likely not in 4-down territory with this much time on the clock, so a big 3rd down play coming up here for the Hounds. Reedy wide to the left side, Waddle to the right to give it off to Kopic, trying to pick up the first down. He's going to have it. Gets down inside the 40, cut down at the 39-yard line, picks up the first down by a couple yards. Boy, how big is that when your offense can pick up 3rd down and 5, 3rd down and 6, running the football, and we've done it 3 or 4 times tonight.
That tells you a little bit about the personality of the team, David. We're a running football team. There's no doubt about that. But we run it in a different way. We attack you outside, but we also can attack you inside. And it makes it really hard to defend when you know they can get on those corners and go.
Corbin quickly to the line. They're going to run Copic again right side. Here, this time he's hit and cut down, lost on the play. Back to the 42-yard line. Blitzing linebacker there caught Copic just as he started to turn the corner. Bring up second down and 12.
Yeah, I think that was just a missed assignment because that was a down lineman, and you always account for them first.
They got a pretty decent spot. It really will be second down and 11 now. So 2:44 to go in the first half of play. Clock continues to wind down. We're tied at 14. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you. 2 wide outs to the right, the short side of the field, 1 to the left. Nance checks into the backfield along with Waddle. And we've got a whistle, and it looks like a timeout, Corbin. So the Hounds are going to take a break with 2.5 to go here in the first half. We're tied at 14. Redhounds looking at a second down and 11 when we return. Stay with us. You're listening to Redhound football on T107. Motion Waddle out of there. Taylor looks to throw. Steps up, fires down the middle, just a touch too high. Instead of the tight end, Copic that time, as the fullback Copic, he slid out of the backfield. Thrown just a bit too tall. Third down and 11 now for Corbin. Burley, we've seen Corbin run that play many times. They spread that field, then either send the tight end or the back out of the backfield right down the middle of the field.
Well, what happens anytime Taylor's on the sprint coming wide, Taylor Waddle, you have to pay so much attention to him. And I think what they did is they tried to draw the attention to him and they just let Jake slide in the middle on a linebacker. Of course, you want a linebacker covering a running back, but that time just a little tall on the pass.
2 wide out to the right, 1 to the left. Taylor looks to throw. Steps up, fires across the middle. Got his man caught by Moore. He's going to have the first down. He's at the 20. Gets a nice block. Angles for the corner of the end zone. Dives. Did he get in? Touchdown, Corbin. Moore takes it in. Dives inside the pylon. Corbin scores. Takes the lead with 2:16 to go in the half. And a great catch that time by A.J. Moore. And a beautiful throw from Taylor.
It was. And what made it beautiful was Corey was so patient then. Because what he had to do is he had to give Jake Copic and Taylor Waddle time to clear out. And then what they did is they just ran A.J. underneath him. And they're not really paying a lot of attention to A.J., but I bet you they do now.
And if I'm not mistaken, number 5, Harrison Reedy, had the block out front that sprung him.
He had a good block.
He fought his man all the way down the field from about the 10-yard line to the goal line. Now, Corbin, in that unorthodox snap set again, they're going to snap it to Waddle. He's got one man beat. Now he throws to the end zone, up for grabs, incomplete. This time, Wayne, a better job of defending it. Corbin does not pick up the 2-point conversion. Had their whole line set out wide to the left. And unable to complete the pass there, Coach.
Well, I think what they're going to tell Taylor, Wayne made the adjustment then. They had another guy over there, so then I think you shift back. I'm pretty sure that would have been the case, but nevertheless, we got a flag here.
They're waving it off. Well, let's go to, again, Corbin does take the lead, 2:16 to go, plenty of time for Guffey. We're going to keep it right here during the break. Hounds on top 20-14. Very impressive drive there that time by Corbin. But he picked up a couple of third downs. Coppic running very hard. But, again, you see Corbin kind of soften that underbelly a little bit by pounding Coppic up in there, pounding him in there. And then nice crossing route from A.J. Moore and a beautiful throw from Taylor.
Well, the thing, David, and we've talked about this all year, that I really like about this Corbin team is the different ways they have to hurt you. And here tonight is a great example of that. We haven't talked a lot about A.J. Moore except when we were calling him the wrong name. And but now the kid comes into the game. He's a young kid. He catches a pass and for a touchdown. So what I think Coach Ferris and Coach Jewell and his staff are doing, they're doing a great job of utilizing a lot of people. I've never seen a Corbin team this diverse, ever.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm really impressed by both of these teams. And you're looking at 2 really good high school football teams. And this is a team in Wayne County, Barty, that's not really had a tough game this year. Mm-hmm. They played a pretty good schedule. They've beaten Pulaski Southwestern by 22. They've beaten Bell County by more than that. And so this is a good football team right now, behind by 6 on their home field. Canadu steps into the kick, high end over end kick, a bit shorter this time, fielded by Clem at about the 15. Starts up the center of the field, cut down though very quickly, just over the 20, out to about the 24-yard line. Gang tackling there. I want to mention number 15 there because he's in on a lot of hits. That's Drew Carter, just a freshman, and he got in on that tackle.
Also, Dylan Brock, another freshman. And again, Corbin, over the years likes to use a lot of their underclassmen on their special teams, as long as you don't get hurt by them. And these kids haven't hurt us this year.
2:09 to go. Plenty of time for Tyler Guffey. And you have to believe Corbin will play the defense just a bit softer now, give up some things underneath, and try to keep that keep the big one under wraps. Guffey's going to work out of the pistol. 2 wide outs to both sides. The big fullback set right in behind the quarterback, Tyler Guffey. Back to throw. Tyler fires across the middle. Got his man Gardner wide open. He's at the 50. One man to beat. Cuts it up the left side. It is a foot race. He's going to be chased out of bounds into Corbin territory down to the 41-yard line. A laser thrown across the middle of the field by Guffey to Gardner. And you have the feeling, Burley, those two have connected many times on this field, and that's another perfect throw from the quarterback.
Yeah, it was missed coverage that time, but we didn't have anybody near him. Austin O'Neill ran him down and made the play, but I don't think that was his guy to cover. I think there's a little confusion.
Well, there's some confusion in the scores booth as well because the clock didn't start.
Yeah.
That's a break.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there 2 minutes exactly to go?
Mm-hmm.
There's still 2 minutes to go. Guffey working out of the pistol, 2 wide outs to both sides. Takes the snap. This time the big fullback gets the handoff. He is stacked up right at the line. No gain whatsoever. Corbin gang tackling him. Chadwell in on the hit, as was Powers. I think Powers may have been the first Redhound there.
I'm really impressed with how Corbin's played up front, David, because they're really undersized. They're tall. They're a tall group, very tall, but just not a lot of size, but a lot of quickness and a whole lot of grit.
But I've liked this defensive line all year long. We noticed them early in the season, the quickness, and, you kept expecting them to get manhandled at some point down the line, but their quickness and their determination is certainly more than made up for their lack of girth, if you will. Guffey takes it back to throw, sets up, fires a long one down the left side, throws it up for Gardner. Caught! Makes the catch, steps out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line, and that was a rainbow. And let me tell you something. That's a pretty good throw by the quarterback, but that's a super job by the receiver, Burley. He blocked out the defender and knew the ball was going to come down between him and the sideline, and then just released and took the ball away from him.
Well, again, we came on a blitz, and so we're locked up in man coverage here, and we were locked up with Dylan Adams on this side on one of their senior good players, too, with a lot of speed, and Dylan didn't have any help over the top. That's a hard pill to swallow right there because that's tough to cover.
Corbin's going to talk things over with 1:09 to go here in the half. 20-14, Hounds on top. We'll break along with the Red Hounds. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay right where you're at. We've got a good one here from Wayne County.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sofia Vergara. This is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it. The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
DietPepsi.com.
To 14, Corbin on top, 1:09 to go in the half. But Wayne County is threatening first down and goal. Looks like the ball is, well, actually it's not first and goal. It's going to be first down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Kind of a poor angle from here, but it looked like Gardner stepped out of bounds inside the 10, but they said he was out at the 11. So Wayne County can pick up a first down at the 1 if they get it down that far. Quarterback keeper. Guffey's going to keep it right up the middle. Big guy lowers his head, hurdles the tackler, goal line, touchdown Wayne County. Well, he's a load as well, Coach.
He is. I mean, and again, I said in pregame, he's accounted for 25 of their 30 touchdowns.
Either running or
now
throwing,
it's 27 of their 32. He's a nice athlete, and we're going to have to defend him. There's no question about that.
Very important extra point here. Junior Ruiz, the kicker for Wayne County. We're tied at 20, 1:01 to go here in the half. Corbin's going to take another timeout. It looks like their third of the half. We'll hold on to it right here. I think maybe they had some personnel issues.
Well, let's go back to the play he scored on. What he did is he read the fullback. He faked to the fullback in there. We came on a blitz and tackled the fullback hard. A lot of high school quarterbacks aren't talented. Some of them are, obviously, enough to read that and find the gap. Then all you're doing is looking for room. He's 220 pounds, David. When he finds the room, he can take you with him, and that's what he did. He just boiled his way into the end zone.
Well, you've got a 225-pound quarterback who's a great athlete following a 250-pound fullback.
That's a lot of beef.
That's a lot of beef. Yeah. The old question was, where's the beef? I know where it is. It's right up the middle on that play. But again, and the fullback is a very agile kid. He's not a plotter. He runs well, and you have to honor that kid when he gets the ball in there that close to the goal line. He's going to carry you 4 or 5 yards.
Well, this game's turned out just about like I thought it would be. Not that I know anything. It's been their power, although they've hurt us on one pass, but it's been their power against our speed.
And as of yet, no turnovers in the game. Ruiz set to attempt the extra point. The holder is Quarter. We've got movement on the line. I think Guy Jackson may have came across the line just a touch early that time.
I'm going to see how good this official is right here because he did start, okay? But when he did, the guard moved.
And he called it on Wayne.
It's a good call. Outstanding call, official, because 99 of 100 would have called Kai for being offside. But as soon as Kai started on his sprint, that guard raised up.
Well, Coach Thompson doesn't like it, but again, I think it is a good call. Now, that makes this a little more interesting. Ruiz will be kicking this extra point from the 15, which equates to a 25-yard field goal or extra point attempt. Again, Ryan Quarter is the holder. Snaps a good one. Ruiz steps into it, the 5 yards meant nothing to him. He drills it through, and Wayne County takes the lead. 21-20, 1:01 to go here in the first half. We'll hang on to it. We've got the halftime break coming up here shortly. I'd like to remind everybody to stick around for our Tri-County Sporting Goods halftime show. We'll go over stats here in the first half, talk to Coach Foley about this game, what's coming up for the Redhounds on down the road, and then after the game, our Froyo player of the game, sponsored by Froyo Frozen Yogurt. The way that deal works is this. We're going to name a Corbin player as the offensive and defensive player of the game. All you got to do is go up to Froyo Frozen Yogurt tomorrow, anytime on Saturday, mention either one of those young men's names, and get your first 4 ounces for free. So we certainly appreciate those two fine sponsors, as well as all of our sponsors who help keep Redhound Sports on your radio.
We sure appreciate the fine folks at Froyo's and Tri-County Sporting Goods. They're friends of ours, and I got to tell you, I don't hear anything but good things about Froyo's and the product they put out and the service they give, and Mike Haggard, a fine guy, too. Here's
an onside kick fielded cleanly up front. That's going to be Cody Lane, who makes a catch. The big lineman steps up, falls on it at the 48. Now, buddy, I wonder about this strategy. There's still a minute, 59.4 seconds to go. You give Corbin the football right near the 50-yard line.
No, you don't do that. I don't think he was supposed to kick it like he did, David. I think he was supposed to squib it, and it turned out to be an onside. I just about got to believe that. Because now Corbin, they've got time to score here.
You know what the only thing that makes me think that may not be right is he almost stopped when he got to that football and just nubbed it with just a little half kick.
Well, if it was, I don't think I'd have done that.
No, I don't think I would have. Either way, it turns out well for Corbin. Taylor moves up under center. Quick pitch right side. They're going to give it to Waddle. He gets around the right side. Going to be cut down, though, after a short gain, only about 3. And I don't want to jinx this here, Coach, but I believe we've only had 2 penalties called in this game.
I think so.
Well, they were both obvious. 3, you're right.
And there shouldn't be in a game like this.
But, all 3 of those had to be called. They were all obvious calls.
Absolutely.
21-20, Wayne County with the 1-point lead. Clock continues to run down to 34 seconds. If you remember, Corbin's used up all their timeouts in this half, so the Hounds in hurry-up mode. Taylor chased out of the pocket, fumbled the football. No, actually swung it free, and it's going to be caught by Moore.
Yeah, I don't know that G-Baby should have threw that one. That was...
Well, actually, that was a pad that came flying loose. It was not the football. His pads are still hanging out of his jersey. He's going to stop, step back, take the snap, and kill the clock with 10.5 seconds to go. They're going to put Taylor back together here. He's got pads laying all over the place.
Yeah, I don't like. Well, what we did, we killed the clock there. So if we don't pick the first down up, Wayne gets the ball back with a few seconds here to hurl one down the field. So hopefully we'll pick this first down up.
Well, yeah, that's a very good point because it's 4th down and a couple here from the Wayne County 44. Cardinals on top, 21-20, 10.5 seconds to go. A really, really good high school football game, obviously. Taylor's going to work out of the pistol himself. Waddle in motion back to the left side. Taylor looks to throw. Sets up in the pocket. He's in trouble, still scrambling for his life back there. Now throws it up. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45-yard line. The clock's going to run out, though. That'll bring to a close the first half of play. So the first half ends with an interception. But no harm, no foul, as Corbin will go to the locker room trailing 21-20. A great first half of both these teams. We'll be back to recap the first half of Coach Foley after this short timeout. Stay around. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Corbin's going to receive the second half kickoff, and it is a low ground ball kick. A high archer going to be taken by Waddle at the 40-yard line. Misses a tackle or two. Somebody breaks free, starts up the left sideline, got some room all the way down into Wayne County territory at the 40-yard line, maybe even down to the 38. He shoved the tackler down, Burley, and I think the Wayne County defenders felt like he was going to be tackled, kind of eased off on the play.
Quit on the play.
Everybody quit except for Waddle.
Well, if that's an adjustment we didn't talk about, I think Wayne has to make. They're going to kick the ball back. They're giving Corbin the football here at midfield every time.
Well, that's insane too. And what Corbin's done, which is a great move, is they've moved Waddle up to that first tier.
That's right.
That second lane after the lineman, and he's fielded the last two. Just about broke that one. So 1st and 10 for Corbin from the Wayne County 38. Trailing by a point are the Redhounds. Just underway here, second half of play. Dave Cox and Burley Foley with you here. Beautiful night from Monticello, Kentucky. Handoff right side. Kopic fighting hard for yardage. Gets down inside the 35 to about the 34. Gain of about 4 will bring up second down and 6, maybe a long 5 for Corbin.
I tell you, Jake's a lean kid, David. He's not a pounder like we've seen a lot of Corbin backs over the past. But when he gets them pads out in front of him, he runs hard up in there. Corbin just basically going with your old 23 blast right off that right guard and right tackle.
Well, we talked a lot about the defensive line. The offensive line, I'll let Coach Foley set those kids for you in a minute, doing a great job as well tonight. This time Kopic upended, same play, a dive off of right tackle. He may have picked up a yard or two. We'll bring up 3rd and long for Corbin. Probably in 4-down territory, Coach, at the 33 of Wayne County.
Yeah, I think so. I think they definitely go. And again, that changes your whole philosophy. When you come out and get that great field position, you can go, we can pound it at them here a little bit and see what happens.
Well, it's like getting another down because, normally you're punting that thing away on 4th and short, but now probably not. Two tight ends, full house backfield. This time they fake it to Kopic. Taylor looks to throw, sets up. He's in a bit of trouble. He's going to go down. Not 4-down territory now. He is sacked all the way back near the 50-yard line. Huge loss on the play. Coming in there for Wayne County was number 45, James Barnes.
Well, that time they brought the house, and that's one that Corey's got to throw it up on that bank over there. You got to go ahead and cut your loss there because you got to know that as a quarterback. Say, hey, I got another down here. I just got to throw this one away.
So instead of 4th and 3, it's 4th and about 21 now. Well, that was just a guess, but the scoreboard catches up now. It says 4th and 20, so it's a pretty good guess. Taylor steps into the punt. It is nearly blocked off the right side of the foot. Not a very good kick. Well, coming in there to pressure him was Porter. That's the kicker for Wayne County. He just about got a finger. I'm not sure that he didn't get a fingernail on it. It goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, so Wayne's going to take over 1st and 10. Pretty good field position.
Well, what Corbin likes to do there is they like to sprint that punter. It's called a rugby punt. They like to sprint him to the right, and Coach Jackie Jewell put that in who's now retired, and they sprint that guy to the right, and it puts a lot of pressure on you as far as your coverage. And what Wayne's doing, they're setting a guy outside there, and they're running right at him. They're going, you go make him punt the football, which and he did.
Guthrie back on the field with his Cardinals, leading 21-20. Handoff straight up to Guthrie, the big fullback, has got some room, rambles into the Corbin secondary, cut down at the 42, maybe the 43-yard line, gain of about 9 straight up the gut for Branham. Once again, he's the 6'2", 250-pound fullback.
Cody Lane in on the stop for Corbin.
Kadamion Branham. Is that young man's name? 6'2", 250. Just a junior.
Good-looking kid.
Hope he doesn't grow any by next year.
Yeah. Or he moves again.
Second down and 1, yeah. He's not moved to Corbin. He's got it again. Handoff up the gut, runs over his own man. Will be close to the first down. It's going to depend on the spot. Yeah, I think just a gain of about a yard. That's all he needed, so that will move the chains and give Wayne County a fresh set of downs.
Just something I like that Wayne County's doing, David, is very, very patient with Guppy. You know he's the kind of athlete. He wants to come out here and throw it 35 times. He really does, and he's had some success doing it. But they're patiently using him because what they're going to do here in a second, they're going to fake it to the big fullback there, and he's going to keep it here and hurt us if we're not aware of that.
And he's done it a couple times in the first half. You're right. He's a pretty adept ball handler as well as a good passer. Guppy takes it and falls down, loses his footing, and goes down to the 40. That was a broken play. He turned to hand it off, and nobody was home. That's a loss all the way back to the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the play will bring up 2nd and 15. Just a simple busted play.
Yeah, well, that's a good break for Corbin right there because Wayne had a little momentum. Now we put them in a longer situation where they're going to look to throw it here. And here's where we can turn them linebackers loose a little bit.
But what Guppy has been able to do, though, Burley, is hurt us, and you mentioned it, hurt us when we got into that man coverage off of the blitz. So let's see if Steve rolls up the blitz again. He loves to do it, and Kai Jackson is usually his blitzer of choice. On 2nd down and 14, Guppy back to throw, low snap. He fields it, dumps it across the middle, got his man. The catch is made for 50 into Corbin territory, trailing the football all the way down to the 42-yard line. That will be enough for the first down. First catch of the game for Austin Garner, number 3. And that's a big one. That will move the chains on a 2nd and 14.
Bad snap, dropped the ball, still had enough poise to pick it up and throw it.
Got a lot of moxie, doesn't he? I like that young man. I don't know. I agree with you. I don't know that he's a college quarterback at a Division I level.
He's a college football player.
But he's a college football player at any level. He could play. He could play on my team anytime he wanted to. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Guppy still in the pistol, takes the snap. Sets up, fires long down the left side, throws it up for grabs. This one may be picked off, tapped around, no good. Great coverage out there by Reedy. William Reedy running stride for stride. Got a couple of mitts on that ball, knocked it away.
That was picture-perfect coverage, David. Running stride for stride, got his shoulders to the inside, got his head around, and made a nice play. 3 Reedies out here tonight. William plays linebacker. Harrison plays defensive back, and Andrew plays offensive guard.
Yeah, I think I called him William. That was Harrison, actually. He's a 5'9", 159-pound junior. I'm just going to start calling him Reedy.
There you go.
I have a shot to get it right. Back to pass as Guppy throws off left side. Got his man out there. This time the catch is made by Perkins. He's still on his feet all the way down inside the 30. Chased out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's a great route that time. I was watching him as he sprinted down the left sideline, stopped and came back to the football. Reedy lost his footing just a little bit, and, boy, he was wide open.
That was a good route, is what that was. I mean, it really was a nice route for a high school player.
That's a good matchup out there. Jason Perkins is a 5'11", 150. Reedy 5'10", 5'10", 155, 160. So those two guys very well matched out there athletically. And Reedy comes off the field, barely limping a little bit, I believe.
He might have pulled something.
He lost his footing. Looked like he kind of slipped on the. We've seen a couple slips tonight. Was it maybe the field getting a little wet with the dew possibly? Hand off to Brandon. Big guy up the middle. Boy breaks into the secondary. Makes a nice cut. And the big guy's all the way down to the 10-yard line. Boy, that's a great run. He takes it 15 yards straight up the middle. You know, when you see a kid that big cut that adept, that's a pretty good athlete.
Well, that's not supposed to happen because that's no lead blocker, only back in the backfield. Your key's got to be him, David. That's just not very good football right there.
Yeah, you would think somebody's supposed to hit him whether he gets the ball or not. Big guy makes a nice run. Guppy going to keep it himself. Starts around the side, gets a nice block. Still on his feet, dives to the pylon. Touchdown, Wayne County, I believe. Signal from the official. There it is. Touchdown, Cardinals. Yeah, Wayne County extends the lead.
I'm sorry, David. He just ran through us then. I mean, they did a good job sealing us over there, made a good block on Kai Jackson, and then he just ran through it.
7:02 to go here in the third quarter of play. Wayne County on top 27-20. Extra point forthcoming for the junior Ruiz. Quarter is the holder. Snaps a good one. Ruiz kick is up on the way. He hammers it right down the middle, over the fence, into the parking lot. Wayne extends their lead to 8. 28-20, Wayne County on top. 7:02 to go in the third. Lots of football left, so hang around, sports fans. We'll be right back. Porter set to kick it away, waiting the official. There's the sign. This time a low line drive kick. This is going to bounce over Coppic's head. May touch his shoulder pad all the way down to the 1 yard line. Coppic picks it up, starts out of the end zone with it. Up the left side to the 10. 15, trying to get around the corner, hammered out of bounds.
That's
a late flag.
That's a penalty, guys.
And he is hammered to the turf a good 5 yards out of the playing field, but no call by the official. And that's going to be a first down and 10 for Corbin from the 20-yard line. Now, Wayne County may have gotten by with one there as he was well into the cheerleaders before he got tackled that time.
Yeah, it's been a good call game, but I really felt like Jake was hit late right there. Right in front of the official, too.
He's also right in front of the Wayne County bench.
That makes it a little tougher sometimes.
First down and 10, knows the football resting right on the 20-yard line. 28-20. 6:56 to go in the third quarter of play. Kind of and you mentioned it, Burley, during the break there, kind of a character check for the Hounds here. Taylor takes the snap, leaves it off with Coppic. Right side, picking his way across the 20, pushed from behind by one of his linemen, forward for about 4 yards. Kind of a rugby-style play there.
Yeah, get on and ride. I like Corbin's patience here, though. You don't come out now and just start throwing it everywhere. You've got there running the football up and down the field. It looks like it's a little longer game than what they're showing there, doesn't it?
It did to me, too. And I don't know if they may have been called for pushing forward. That's really an illegal play. You're not allowed to do that. And the officials are talking things over with both teams, actually. I'm not sure what that's about. Now we got a guy.
It's an injury.
Okay, there he is. I see the Wayne County kid. He's down. It's Clem. He's going to get up and leave the field under his own power, which is good. A good thing to see. What occurred to me, Burley, during that last break there between the scores was that Wayne County's beaten Corbin 2 of 26 times in their history. But one of those times was last year. Some of those kids are on this roster and played vital parts in that game last year, so this is probably not as intimidating a game as it would have been for Wayne County teams 10 years ago.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And even the year before that, David, they got ahead of us 27-0 over here, and we come back and won the game.
I remember it.
35-27.
I remember it well. Your son Brady was playing there. I remember that very well. That was a great football game. Take it down in 7 for Corbin. Hand off right side to Coppic again. They're going to ride the horse. He turns the corner. He has got the first down in Morgie, still rumbling all the way down to the 35-yard line. They may have hacked Coppic off a little bit with that late hit over on the sideline. He's ran very hard the last two plays.
Jake's a tough kid. I remember him as a young kid. I always said I would see him out there playing. I said someday he's going to be tougher than a pine knot, and he is. He's a tough kid.
Just a junior, too, 5'11", 180. And this is a kid that's got a really, really bright future in front of him, as do a lot of these young Redhounds. Brent Jackson with the middle school football team has done a great job in supplying players here as of late. Nance running very hard off the right side, breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets it out to the 40-yard line. I'm going to tell you, that's a kid I really like right there. Could have easily been a 3-yard loss, Burley. Turns it into a 5-yard gain.
He's one of the unsung heroes of the offense, David. He doesn't get to carry it much, but all these runs that Waddle and Jake are making are because Brian Nance is not afraid to stick his nose in there and block.
He's not the prototypical blocker either. He's kind of a slight kid, but boy, I tell you what, he will throw his body in there. They've got him listed at 5'10", 169. They're going to give it off the top. This time tries the left side, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, gets it out near the first down, gain of about 4.5, maybe 5. I think they're going to mark him about a football length shy of the first down.
Hey, I like what Corbin's doing here. They're fired right back, and if I didn't know any better, I'd look over and see Archie Pires on the sideline. This is typical Corbin football.
Well, I like
to get a body on a body and get your nose up in there and go.
Coach, I like the enthusiasm. Coming out of the huddle, full speed, handoff right side. Jackson, he's got the first down easily. But, they're coming out of the huddle with a little pep in their step. They're not walking to the line. It's like,
Absolutely.
You had your shot, but now you got to guard us.
Absolutely.
That will move the chains for Corbin. First down and 10 for the Hounds.
Kai Jackson now in for Jake Kopic giving him a break up front. Let's mention those guys. Zach Henson, big Zach Engel, Brady Ferris, the center, Colby Simon, one guard, and the other guard is Andrew Reedy, the brother of the two junior twins.
Taylor turns, leaves it off on a little counter play with Waddle. He's hit and stacked up a big loss on a play. That play was in trouble from the get-go as Taylor kind of turned, ran into the first back, and then barely got the handoff up to Waddle, and Taylor was hit immediately upon receiving the ball. Loss of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, a lot of white shirts standing that time, not blocking.
Well, Wayne County is really crowding the box now. They've got 10 guys right up there around the line of scrimmage. You have to think at some point in time Corbin's going to try to loosen things up. A.J. Moore wide to the right side. He's already got a touchdown catch in this game. 2 wide outs to the bottom side. That is Reedy and Waddle. He'll pitch it out right side to Nancy. Got a little bit of room, lowers his head, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, plus a yard or two. Then flags come down. I believe they may have had him by the face mask early.
I think it is. I think it's going to be a face mask on Wayne County. And it was.
Nance was celebrating because they were pulling his face mask. I think it may be an inadvertent face mask, just a 5-yarder, but
ouch, that hurt.
Yeah, it's still going to be a.
See, I'm a person that disagrees with that call. Not that they made. I mean, but the call itself. You either got their face mask or you didn't.
Yeah, I disagree with the rule.
The rule. Yeah.
They should not make an official decide whether it's intentional or not. That's crazy. Big play here on second down and 5. Handoff. Kopic picks his way off right tackle's got the first down. And Moore still running. Breaks free down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
David, you can sum that up any way you want to. That's just Jake Kopic, pure old grit and running hard off that right side. And again, those guys up front doing a good job. But, boy, I'm telling you, Jake was hit early, and he wouldn't be denied.
You know, for a kid that runs, he doesn't run particularly low to the ground. But, boy, he's got a lot of power, but he takes tackles with him. He's got to have tremendous upper body strength.
He runs hard.
1st and 10 from the 34. They're going to give it to Kopic again. He's got a big gaping hole off the right side. He's going to pick up 8, 10 still on his feet, shifts gears into the backfield, going to be down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A 15-yard gain that time for Kopic.
Right behind big Zach Engel and Zach Henson on that right side. Now, one thing Jake is going to have to learn to do, at some point you got to cut your losses there and go ahead and get on the ground because he's taking a little bit of unnecessary punishment.
We've got a timeout on the field, I think, taken by Wayne County, so we'll break right along with the Cardinals. 28-20, Wayne County on top. Corbin driving, however, 1st and 10 at about the 18-yard line when we return. Off left side, they change up, and it is given straight away to Waddle, I believe, running very hard, pushes the pile down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. I want to make sure that was Waddle. I got a little confused there on the handoff. Kai Jackson, excuse me. I could tell it was a tall kid. I just couldn't pick up the number from this angle. Kai running very hard. Got hit in the backfield and just carried people with him all the way down to the 10. A gain of about 9. Well, let's call it 8. 2nd down and 2. 3:10 to go now. Handoff right side. Kopic sidesteps the tackler. He's going to be hit and piled up. He's down near the first down marker. He needs to get to about the 8-yard line. I don't think he's going to quite get there. We should bring up 3rd down and short. Taylor moves up under center. Takes it, leaves it off with Kopic. He dives across the line. Picks up the first down this time easily, I believe. Yeah, they're going to move him down to about the 7-yard line. So
tough to see down that left-handed corner, isn't it?
It is. Going to be 1st and goal for Corbin from about the. I'm watching the side judge here where he's the one that kind of places the ball. He's got it about the 7. Wayne County's got a player down injured.
He's holding his knee. I hope that's not the case. Well, I'll tell you, David, again, nothing fancy on this drive. Just old Corbin football. Again, you got to give the offensive line some credit. Andrew Reedy, Zach Henson, Zach Engel, also in there Colby Simon and Brady Ferris, the center. And Dalton Anderson. Sometimes we don't give Dalton the credit we should playing tight end, but they're just knocking them off the football.
He plays on both sides of the football as well, Dalton does. You think about that. You got 3 kids on that line that have some basketball background. Engel plays basketball. The Reedy kid, very good athlete. I think he played a little basketball along. And I forget who the other kid you said
Zach
that was.
Henson.
Henson, also basketball player. Yes, I mean, you got some good athletes on that offensive line. And you think about the athleticism that we talk about on the defensive line. Corbin kind of mirrors that on their offensive line as well.
How
long? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but how long has it been since Corbin has had a totally different offensive and defensive line? I mean,
it's been a while.
10 different guys.
It's been a while.
You know,
it's been a long while. And again, that's part of the success. I mean, they're playing a lot of kids, and here's the thing, you know, the sideline coaches, which I'm one of them now. You got a lot of good ideas, and one idea is always, well, why don't they play some over here and not play some over here? Well, the kids have to be able to perform to be able to do that, and these kids will give them the chance, and they've been able to perform, so you can do that. You know, in a few years past, not so much.
Jalen Woolridge, is the injured player for Wayne County. He's listed at 5'7", 270. I'm sorry, 5'10", 270. He's been playing nose guard for them, so he's a big part of their interior line. They're helping him off, walking very gingerly with help on either side. But they're going to measure it. Evidently, Corbin didn't get the spot we thought they got because the official did not immediately signal first down. So Corbin either looking at a first down here or a fourth and short. He didn't make it. He's shorter this time than he was last time. Actually, I don't know how in the world Kopic lost yardage on that play. I thought he picked it up easily.
I don't buy that one.
Wow. But now, fourth down and a yard here. Fourth down and an inch or two here. It's a couple of chain links. Corbin, no question, they're going to be going for it here, trailing by 8 with 2:33 to go in the third. But
I would have never. I'm glad I'm not in the gambling mode because I would have lost all my money.
Well, and it is a different angle from here. But I thought he had it easily, and I was watching again the side judge because he's normally the guy that spots the football for forward progress. The guy on the side there, and he looked to me like he had it down near the 7-yard line. This football's backed up closer to the 9. I thought he had made it by a yard or more. Here we go. Taylor, quarterback sneak. This time he's got it easily. Lunges forward, gets right in behind his center, Brady Ferris, and rides him for the first down. So it'll be first and goal for Corbin from about the 6-yard line, looks like.
Yeah, if they don't give it to him there is a problem because there's no doubt he got that.
That's just a pile of humanity there, let me tell you. Yeah, Corbin's got the first down. This will not require measurement.
Oh,
well, they're going to measure it.
Gee whiz.
Well, I'm going to tell you, based on where the football is at right now, it looks to me like it's at least 2 football lengths further than it was before. So I'm going to say they got it, Coach.
It was only a couple inches before.
Yeah, they got it by the length of the football. Yeah, there you go. And I think in deference to the officials, I think what happened, I think the officials or the Wayne County staff asked for a measurement there.
True.
And the officials probably knew it was the first down that time, but he got that one easily. All right, here we go. First and goal for Corbin from the 6-yard line, trailing by 8, 2:10 to go in the third. I think now you may have to open your playbook just a little tougher to run when you get down here with your back against the wall if you're the defense. So much for that. They handed off to Kopic. Same play they ran all the way down the field on. He's still moving, churning forward. It looks like he got inside the 5 down to maybe the 4.
We actually fumbled that football, but got back on it.
Yeah, the ball did come loose. You're right. There was a pile up there. I thought he might have been down prior to the fumble. I think that's what the official's going to say because they're going to put him down right at about the 5. Well, only a gain of a couple. Second down and goal now from the 5 for Corbin. This may be a time where you can use Kopic as a decoy because they're certainly keying on big Kopic. Full house backfield, 2 tight ends. This time they're going to give it off left side to Nance. Trying to get around the corner, breaks the tackle, lowers his head, dives down to the 2-yard line, maybe even the 1. Is Nance running very hard in there.
Wayne with another kid down, David. Another kid injured. Cramps.
Clock continues to run under a minute to go. And I thought Nance may get in that time, and they made a nice close on him. Actually, the young man that got injured was the one that kind of blew that play up for Corbin. Nance is going to limp off the field. He's injured as well. Coming into the game for Corbin will be Tanner Powers. Now, Powers has not carried it yet in this game. He might be a potential candidate on that quick hitter up the middle here.
Well, I've not seen the mark of the ball yet. Have you?
Yeah, I do. They've got it down just on the other side of number 45 there. It looks like he's down about the 2-yard line, maybe maybe the 2.5, between the 2 and the 3.
I see it now. Okay. Again, I'm going to be one of those sideline coaches because I'm allowed to now. I think you load it right back up and run what you got there. I think you give Jake 2 shots behind Engel to get in there. Yeah. I really do.
Clock down to 50 seconds. They stopped it for the injured player leaving the field. He's off the field now, and Corbin comes off the sideline on the sprint straight to the line. Taylor moves under center. Takes it, leaves it off with Kopic. Trying to bounce it outside. He's going to be hit, drugged down. No, he dives into the end zone. Touchdown. What a run by Kopic. He was right. He was barely 2 feet off the ground, put a hand on the ground, dove forward. His knee did not touch, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Corbin.
Well, Jake made a mistake there, but it turned out good because he should have never bounced that thing. But hindsight 2020, they did a poor job tackling him. I really felt like he was going to get in there, but when he bounced that thing outside, I went, oh, no. But it turned out good for Corbin.
Hey, he dove and had a hand on the ground, dove about 2 yards, and there's a timeout here as Corbin's going to talk things over. Trailing by 2, 28-26, 34 seconds to go. We'll take a break, catch our breath, and be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us. This is Redhound Football on T107. Hounds trying to tie it up when we return. Taylor working out a shotgun, rolling to his right, looking, sets up, fires across, goes, got his man, it's juggled, and caught by A.J. Moore. Could not see it. I was looking for the football, juggling across the middle on a crossing route. Moore comes up with the catch. Corbin's tied it up at 28.
That's because he juggled that thing for about 4 yards right there. I see air between it, and I'm 75 yards away. What a great play, though. Clear out. He delayed, faked like he was going to block, and just got underneath there. Just a nice play.
Well, and again, it was a very well-designed play because he broke across wide open, and Taylor waited patiently, delivered the ball, and I think what happened with Moore, he was kind of obstructed by a lineman. The ball was on him, and he kind of batted off of him and then fought it all the way across the end zone and got possession.
You pointed out something there. Corey did a great job. G-Baby did a great job being patient because if he had panicked right there, we might not have got that thing in.
We're tied at 28, 34 seconds to go in the third. We are lining up for a great fourth quarter here. Gardner back deep as well as Clem. Cannonu set to kick it away, puts the foot to it high, end over end kick's going to bounce out of bounds. Flag come down, and so Wayne County will get it to 35 if they choose to do that.
I think they will.
I suspect they will, and no time will go off the clock, so we'll still have 34 seconds. 34-5 actually to go in the third quarter of play.
Well, you're not going to get any of your money back tonight, Dave, because you got what you paid for.
Hey, listen, nobody's left this place. I was just thinking, if some folks drop by just casually to watch a few minutes of the game on their way to dinner, they probably ate a hot dog because nobody's left this game.
It's a good thing for this Corbin team, though. I tell you, they've earned it. Nobody's give it to them. They really put the work in, and they've got a nice little football team.
Gardner splits wide to the right side along with Austin Garner. Gardner and Garner wide to the right. Duffy's going to keep it himself. Starts up the middle of the field, breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Going to be hit and dropped for a loss. Well, actually, they're going to place him out about the 35-yard line. So they got back to the original line of scrimmage, and Corbin's got a player down with looks like a cramp as well.
Well, that's probably going to take the words out of my mouth, but we seem a little fresher up front on both sides of the ball right now, David. I really do. We seem a little fresher, seem a little quicker.
Well, I hope you're right, and I've not noticed the numbers, and I should have done that. I don't know how many kids in Wayne County are playing both ways, but Corbin exchanging the entire line on offense and defense is certainly a big part of this game thus far. We do have a player down, looks to be a leg cramp. Not sure who that is. I can't pick up the number. Does stop the clock with 23 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. We're tied at 28. Corbin has yet to kick an extra point tonight. They went for it.
It's been a while since we kicked one.
Yeah, connected twice. Didn't connect twice.
Can't get the number of the player that has the cramps right now, but we'll try to pick that up for you. He's not injured. If you're listening back home, just some cramps. And
they've sent both teams to the sidelines.
Kim Cleary and Coach Creekmore out there with him right now.
Now, you talk about a guy that has the big part of his football team that never gets any recognition is Kim Cleary.
And he doesn't want any.
I know.
He doesn't. I mean,
but, you know, how many years has he been on that sideline taking care of every injured Redhound? Hey, listen, in every sport, it's not just football.
I know that, and there's other things that he's responsible for. He's one of, he and his wife, Lisa, who serves on the board, as you well know, I mean, just tremendous people in our community. And you know, anytime you mention their name, I've got a lot of good things to say because of just the kind of people they are.
Well, I can tell you this much. Lyford, I believe, 58, the Redhound that is going to limp off the field there with the leg cramp. But, you know, and I've been out there a couple times. He works on my back from time to time, and he and Lisa do. And I've never been out there when there wasn't somebody from the Redhound family in there. It might be a tennis player, it might be a girls softball player, it might be a football guy, but they take care of all the Redhounds very well. They go ahead and start the clock. Corbin's going to have to hurry to get back out on the field here. The official's doing a good job there, letting him come back out. And I think that's good sportsmanship on their part. And now they're going to let the clock run on down. Coach Thompson says, enough's enough. We're okay with the three-quarter tie. That's where we're at. We played 3, and we're right where we started at, all tied up here after 3 quarters. We'll be back after this short timeout for the 4th and final period. We're locked up in the good one here from Wayne County. Stick around. Guppy back to pass, fires across the middle, got his man. The catch is made out there by Perkins. Breaks the tackle. It's a foot race down the right sideline. Austin O'Neill, the only one with a chance to go from the cannon goes off before Perkins gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wayne County. Flags are down all over the field. Penalty. And a penalty all the way back to the 30-yard line. Let's see what happens here. As I'm going to tell you, that play had a little bit of everything there. We got a personal foul on Wayne County, looks like.
Well, they signaled toward Corbin. Now
it is on Corbin.
Now they've cleaned it up now. Now
it's on Wayne County. There we go. You had one guy pointing one way, one guy pointing another way. It is going to be on Wayne County. Now, it occurred way down the field, so Wayne's going to have the first down, I believe. Now, they're going to have to explain this to Coach Thompson, who's out near the hash mark. I'll tell you, somebody needs to talk to that cannon guy. Shaky Lloyd would never let that happen.
Never.
Hey, a man fired cannon right in the middle of a play.
That might have been the penalty.
Hey, let me tell you something. It should have been a penalty. Hey, Shaky Lloyd, Ricky Lynch would never let that happen.
Never.
Wonder where that guy went to cannon school at.
He didn't go the same one Shaky did.
No, he didn't. That penalty is going to, it occurred down about the 35-yard line. It's going to push it back to the 45. So effectively, that's a 6.45-yard penalty for Wayne County. Perkins made a great move to get away from the poor defender. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what the penalty was. It happened away from the football because Perkins was locked up out there with Austin O'Neill, and there was no penalty there. Wayne County's got it 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Tied at 28. Just underway, 4th quarter play. If that's any indication of what we're going to have, this 4th quarter will be memorable. Guffey back to throw, fires it long down the middle. Got Gardner wide open. Oh, just overthrows him at the 10-yard line. He was a couple steps behind the Corbin defensive backs, but that time Guffey with a bit too much air under the football.
He had a little too much air, Dave. Do you realize how far that kid threw that football just then?
He threw it a good ways.
he threw that football almost 50 yards in the air.
And looked like with the flick of a wrist.
I'm telling you. But they tried to double move again, and this time we didn't bite on it.
Hey, I tell you, if this is Coach Thompson here, he came walking to the sideline, shaking his head, a big smile on his face, just kind of shook his head and then let out a big yell. He's having a good time.
It's a great game.
Guffey with the snap, back to throw again. Wayne County with the football. Long down the left side, maybe intercepted. It is picked off. Picked off by Chadwood at the 25-yard line. McCarg, excuse me, it's 14. I'm sorry, McCarg stepped right in front of Alan Brown. McCarg comes away with the pick, and a great play that time by number 14 for Corbin, Cody McCarg. He played it perfectly. Burley Hounds get it back.
Hey, Dave, what a great play. What a great thing to have happened to that kid, because we were cover 2 with 2 guys deep then, and I seen him as soon as the quarterback, he flew out there, because what he did is he realized he couldn't run with that kid. So he was going to beat him to the point, and he did, and picked it off. And he's one of those kids, he doesn't start, but he's hung around, and what a great story for Cody McCarg. Biggest play of his life and the biggest play of this season. I
was getting to say, Cody McCarg's got the biggest play in this game thus far. Here's a handoff left side. We're tied at 28. Waddle takes it. He's going to be bottled up immediately. Maybe fell forward for a gain of a yard. Yeah, I just saw the numbers that went down. I thought it was 13 instead of 14. So that's a great play by Cody. And I tell you what that is. That really makes that, what that does do, Buddy, it makes that penalty loom even larger now.
Doesn't it, though? You know, and I want to think that it was I think it was behind the ball, and it wouldn't even have anything to do with the play.
Well, I was clearly watching the ball, so I saw nothing that I thought may have been a penalty. Here's a big pile up, and it looks like Corbin may have jumped off sides. Wayne County says they have the football, but still legal procedure against Corbin.
They do, but you can't have it. You got to give it back.
They don't get to keep it, do they?
Yeah,
It will be a 5-yard loss on Corbin, pushing them back to the 20-yard line. Corbin's getting in a bit of trouble here. They're getting ready to give up pretty good field position here if they can't convert on this series of downs, because we're already back to just inside the 20. Second down and about 15 for the Hounds. Still 10-20 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 28. Handoff left side. Waddle trying to get around the corner. No room whatsoever. Taylor is hammered down right at the line of scrimmage. Now we're looking at third down and long. 20-yard line. Taylor working out of the gun. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Fires across the ball. Tipped in the air. Batted around. Incomplete. Boy, there were two Wayne County kids that had a chance to get that football at the 30-yard line. It fell to the turf, and Corbin's going to have to kick away. We've got a penalty back in the Corbin backfield, potentially a hold back there.
It was a personal foul on us. I saw it take place.
Well, that's not going to help matters, because that will be a dead ball foul.
I saw it. You can't lose your composure during a time like that.
Well, that's a bad thing, because what happened is what was going to be poor field position becomes even worse field position now, and Corbin's going to have to punt potentially from their own end zone. And that's big with 9:33 to go in the game. We're tied at 28. Taylor set to kick it away. He'll hit this one from about his own goal line. Gardner, the lone deep back for Wayne County. We've got whistle stopping play before this one gets underway as well.
Really, what's been such a clean, good, hard-play game's turned into got a little ugly here in the last few minutes.
Well, you know, I think Burley nerves, stress, tension starting to come into play a little bit. I'm not sure what this is all about. The official stop play. There was not a penalty. No flags are thrown.
I think we got a fan getting a little unruly.
Yep. They know how to take care of that.
I think they just did.
Yep.
Laser pointer.
What about that? They told that guy, said, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're trying to shine that laser pointer in our punter's eyes there.
I'd say so.
I have to say, that's pretty unique. I never thought about that. Here's the snap. Taylor steps into the punt. It's a pretty good one. It's going to get over Gardner's head. It takes a big Corbin bounce all the way at the 45, 40, going to roll down to about the 42-yard line as it took a little bit of a Wayne County bounce there at the end, but a good punt that time by Taylor. Big play. He gets Wayne County back to at least on their side of the football field. And we've got a flag, illegal procedure against Corbin. Wow.
Ouch.
Flag all the way back at the 5-yard line. So what was a great punt that time by Corey Taylor.
Ouch.
Is going to have to be a redo.
Ouch.
Well, you said it just a minute ago, Coach. What had been a very cleanly played game, and a game that you didn't even notice the officials in, all of a sudden they have taken front and center stage here in the last minute and a half.
Well, what's happened here, a kid from Corbin and a kid from Wayne County both let their emotions get the best of them, and it's costing their teams right here. This field position, we would have been able to punt this thing out here pretty good, when we first got that penalty, but,
Now Taylor's going to be hitting this one from with his heels on the back of the end zone. If you're Wayne County, you got to be careful not to rough the punter here. Taylor steps into it, gets away pretty good one. This is going to be fieldable, though, by Gardner. Oh, he's going to move out of the way and let it bounce, and that's a good move for Corbin. It continues to roll inside the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. So Corbin only lost about a yard on that transition. And Gardner makes a poor choice there, Burley. He could have fielded that thing
I don't
on the
understand
run at the Corbin 45.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Gets out of the way, lets it roll about another 15 yards, at least 10. So it's still good field position for Wayne County, but a great punt that time by Taylor on back-to-back plays. We're tied at 28.
What a game.
Wayne County with the football. First down and 10 from their own 40, let's call it the 43. Guffey working out of the pistol. He's been there most of the night. Wide outs to both sides. The big fullback set in behind him. He's going to take it and then hit and dropped in the backfield. Hit and wrestled to the ground. That is number 18. That's Reedy coming through, taking him down one-on-one, giving up about 100 pounds.
Yeah, William Reedy and Harley Lambert both came in hard that time. Reedy on a blitz, and just a tremendous job up front tonight for all the defensive linemen. They've done played extremely well.
8:45 to go in the game. We're tied at 28. Wayne County second down and 13. Love to see Corbin be able to hold on this play and keep Wayne in the third and long. Corbin showing blitz. Back to throw goes Guffey, the quarterback, dumps it off underneath. Incomplete. Short hop. Corbin may have gotten by with a little bit of a pass interference there. Adams on his back, but the official, no call. Dylan might have got there just a touch early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a little break there.
But again, he was playing the football. You know, surprisingly though,
no lasers though.
No complaints at all from the Wayne County. I expected the Wayne County sideline to go nuts right there, but nothing, not even one syllable said to the official.
I think they realized, David, it wasn't a good time to pick a fight because it's only going to be about a 4-yard gain anyway.
Well, that carries automatic first down.
Oh, that's a good point.
So that's why I thought they were going to complain. At any rate, it's 3rd and 13 here. Let's see if Corbin can get off the field on 3rd and long.
Oh, we're beat right here because of the coverage. Somebody's got to come to this side, guys.
And they do. Adams saw that and motioned to go there for some help. Guffey sets up, fires long down the left side. He's got a man out there. It's going to be caught. Burley, you called it. You called it on the set. Alan Brown wide open, gets behind the Corbin defender. And Adams is the kid that makes the tackle, but that was not his fault. He was the only guy there trying to guard two of them, Burley.
We were outnumbered. We had to rotate over here. Nobody rotated over.
And Dylan was trying to get some help out there. He made a good call, was trying to motion for somebody to come over and help him, and he was trying to guard two of them.
Well, he has the under coverage there, and then you're supposed to have help over the top. Well, they were trips that time, so they ran McCarg over there, so the other safety got to come over, and he didn't. He stayed on that side of the field.
Wow, that's a big play all the way down to the Corbin 15-yard line as Adams makes the tackle. Corbin's defense with their back against the wall here tied at 28. Guffey fumbles the snap, picks it up, he's going to have to run it. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard, wrapped up there by McCarg and looks like maybe Lambert.
Also, William Reedy. Again, Corbin very stingy with the exception of the 26, 27-yard run the fullback had. You know, no big runs for Wayne County.
I think the next biggest run was by the quarterback. Guffey had one in the first half for about maybe 16 yards or so.
To be real honest with you, I wish they would run it a little more.
Well, the clock will become a factor very soon in this game. We're 7.5 minutes to go in the football game, tied at 28. Wayne County 2nd and 10 on about the 15. Guffey takes it, rolls to his left. Chased out of the pocket, still running with it, catches the block. Looking to throw, is going to be hit. Fights through a tackle, lowers his head, hammered out of bounds inside the 20 down to about the 15, maybe the 14-yard line. Kind of a hard angle for us to see. He's going to be well short of the first down. We'll bring up another 3rd down and probably about 7 here from Wayne County.
We had an opportunity, David, to get him for a loss there, but we didn't lock up. Well, we didn't. There's been times tonight, and it's been not that many, but we didn't tackle well.
Look how tired our linemen look now. Well, these guys are down on one knee with their head down. This has been a very physical, taxing football game.
Yeah, they're chasing a rabbit out there, buddy. I mean, you know.
Well, another 3rd down opportunity for Corbin here to see if they can perhaps get their defense off the field. I don't know if Wayne County, Ruiz has been a pretty adept extra point kicker, well within his range, I would think. If Corbin can hold here. Guffey back to throw, rolling to his left. Looks, dumps underneath, got his man. Catches caught by Brown. Shifty guy takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wayne County. Alan Brown with 2 great catches on that drive. takes it in. Wayne County with a 34-28 lead.
Just a well-designed play. It was strips left. They brought the back out and under. They set him over there like a wing. After everybody cleared, there was nobody there except for a linebacker, and it's a mismatch.
All-important extra point here. Quarter is the holder for Wayne County. Ruiz, Junior Ruiz, is the kicker. Still plenty of time left. 6:59 to go in the game. Lots of football left here for Corbin. High snap, fielded though, and kick is up and through. Wayne County extends their lead to 7, 35-28. Cardinals on top of the Redhounds. 6:59 to go in the game. We'll take a 30-second break, then be back. Corbin will receive the kickoff when we return. Stay with us. This is Redhound football on T107. The 15-yard line. Low ground ball kick takes a hop, goes through it. Corbin back now. He bounces by Kopic all the way back to the 10-yard line. Chases it down. He's in a bit of trouble back near the 10. Gets around the corner. Now he's got a little bit of a wall in front of him. He's at the 35-40. Chased out of bounds right into the Corbin bench. He took out a couple coaches with him, but boy, that was nearly disaster for Corbin. And he got a little bit of a wall early over on that left sideline and gets it out pretty good field position.
Yeah, what I thought was going to be just maybe fatal turned out to be pretty good. But that's the kind of kid he is. Sometimes Jake will he won't go the normal route, and you got to live with a little bit of that because when he does, he's pretty good.
Well, I don't know who the upback was. It went through the upback player's legs, took a bad hop, then Kopic saw it, and the football bounces funny, obviously. It bounced right by him. He tracked it down about the 10-yard line and managed to get it out. They're not quite as far as I thought. They said he stepped out of bounds at the 33, but still pretty good. Here they get off to Jackson on a reverse. He turns the corner. He's going to be hit and dropped. Actually, a counter. I said reverse. It's a counter play. They faked it to Kopic, gave it off to Jackson. He's hit for a loss on the play of about 4, back to the 28-yard line.
Well, Kai's a hard runner, Dave, but that time he needed to make that cut because we had a good trap block there with Henson. I don't know if you saw that or not. He just really needed to make that cut a little bit sooner.
Second down now and about 14. If you're Corbin, you don't need to be greedy here. You just need to get a chunk of this back. Let's pick up 6 or 7 and work on third down. Hand it off this time to Waddle around the left side. Makes a couple guys miss. He's got some yardage. He's up to the 40-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds there. It's going to be a very manageable third down and about 5, as that's a gain of almost 10 for Taylor Waddle.
Well, at this point, you don't really need to play the clock. You're still good shape here. You got timeouts. You got plenty of time on the clock. So you want to be quick but not hurry, as the old cliche says.
And if you get a chance when you're near the sideline, go ahead and get out of bounds and stop the clock,
Well,
which is what Waddle. Exactly what Waddle did right there. Big third down play here, 3rd and 5, a long 5 for the Hounds, working from their own 38. Handoff right side. Kopic's going to come near the first down, but he's going to be cut down just a bit shy, I believe.
It's going to depend on this spot right here.
Well, let's talk about this, Coach, because more than likely, no, they're going to say first down. They didn't even hesitate.
Now you're talking.
I'm going to tell you. I thought
that was a lot better than the other one.
I would have bet a slick $100 bill that they were going to measure that one after they measured the other 2 down there. Hurry up, guys, before they change their mind. First down and 10 for Corbin, working from their own about 44-yard line. Handoff left side, Nance picks his way across the line of scrimmage. Not much room there for Bryan. Picked up about a couple. Okay, carrying that football in one arm right there, that always scares me this late in the game. A hard runner, too. Clock works down under 5.5 to go in the football game. Now look at the Wayne County defensive line, Burley, just like Corbin's. They're leaned over with their hands on their knees. This has been a heavyweight fight. You used the fighting analogy early. This has been a heavyweight fight. Handoff right side. Kopic loses his footing, slips and falls right at the line of scrimmage. Big third down play here.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because Jake, he gets narrow in there. I don't know how he does it, but he turns that body and gets
skinnies
narrow.
Up, doesn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he had a little room there.
Well, I don't know with the clock winding down, and we'll talk about this just right now, and we'll have some more time to talk about it as well, but if Corbin doesn't make it here, are we in 4-down territory with 4.5 to go?
Well, it'll depend on how close it is. From right here, if we don't get any gain, no. I don't think you give it back to Guffey at all.
We'll see what happens, though. Hopefully they'll make it right here. Waddle in motion to the left side. Taylor takes the snap. Back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Fires long down the middle field into a crowd. It's intercepted. Picked off by Perkins. Perkins makes the catch back at the 28-yard line, and Wayne County will take over there 1st and 10.
Well, that was a bad throw by Corey, but I'll tell you this, Wayne County nearly got another personal foul because number 45 for them just came across there and hit Brady Ferris right in the back. You know, again, Wayne County's a good team, played a good, clean game, but that's the kind of stuff you can't do if you're going to be a championship football team.
Yeah, that was just a little over-exuberance there, but a really nice defensive play by Wayne's going to get them the football back. Now, still 4:16 to go on the clock. Wayne County up by 7. Corbin not out of this thing, but they're going to have to get a quick stop, maybe use some timeouts on the defensive side right here. The big order of business is stopping Guffey. Guffey's going to leave it off this time with a big fullback, and Branham is hit and dropped immediately. Will Corbin spend a timeout right away? Clock continues to run. I think the Hounds have 2 left. It doesn't look like they're going to.
Tackle by Kai Jackson again. Also, looks like Jesse Leifert back in there on the stop.
See, a loss on the play there of 2, so this may be your best shot at stopping him. Why would you not spend a timeout? I'm just asking why you wouldn't spend a timeout right there.
I think you might.
Well, Wayne County, again, kind of playing into our hands. They're rushing up to the line. They're going to go here with 3:40 to go, probably a good 10 seconds left on the clock. Guffey back to throw. Pump fakes, dumps it across the middle. Hit and dropped before he gets out of bounds. No gain on the play to speak of, maybe a yard or 2. Let's see if Corbin uses the timeout now. Clock under 3.5 to go. Big 3rd down and 8 or 9 here.
You know, as a coach, you got to make a decision whether you need them on offense or whether you need them now. Obviously, you stop the clock, and I guess they're thinking we need them on offense. But if you don't stop them, it's irrelevant.
Well, I guess that's the thing. I mean, you got to feel like, if you've got a chance to stop them in this series, maybe you go ahead and spend those things. The clock's under 3 minutes to go now. Wayne County has ran a touch over 1.5 minutes off in these 3 plays, rather, by the time this one's over with. And now a timeout's going to be taken by Wayne County as they were confused when they came to the line. So 2:52 to go. We're going to keep it right here. 3rd down and 6. Obviously, the defensive play of the game coming up for Corbin here, Coach.
Well, Wayne's playing right into their hands here because they're almost like they're in a hurry. I don't know why you throw the ball right there for a 3-yard gain because, I think you run that big fullback, and punt it and play defense. But that's just me. And, again, we're allowed to coach now, but –
well, and the other thing, I think you make a good point. If the kid drops the ball, it stops the clock.
Yeah, and then now you take a timeout on offense. So, plenty of time now that this has happened.
Well, yeah, exactly. And so, but you've got to get the stop right here. If Corbin doesn't get the stop here, I think they will be forced to use the timeouts on defense. And if I'm not mistaken, Corbin has 2 left. They've used 1 in this half. A big defensive play coming up right here. Let's see if Kai Jackson can make something happen. Kai's a kid that all year long when Corbin has had to have a big defensive play, something spectacular, he's been able to step up. Guffey's going to work out of the pistol. The big fullback set right behind him. 3 wide outs to the right on 3rd down and 5. Here comes the blitz. Is hit. Shakes free. He's not going to get free now, though. Hit and drops all the way back at the 32-yard line. He goes out of bounds. The official does stop the clock. That could not have played out any better for Corbin right there. Short of a turnover, that's the best thing that could have happened.
I mean, I'm not even going to say it.
I am dumbfounded they didn't run that thing up the middle and keep this clock going.
Play defense.
2:44
and not only
to go.
That, you just came off a defensive series where you really had Corbin frustrated. Now, here's our best chance to score right here. I mean, if they punt this thing to us right here, we could return this thing for a touchdown.
Well, what you don't want to do is run into the kicker here if you're Corbin. If you can block it, have at it. But be sure you get a piece of the ball. You've got a Waddle back deep, Copic back deep, but they're not very deep. They're standing at about the 40. I'm afraid this kid can kick it over their head from their coach. Ruiz is the punter. Steps into it. It is a bad one. He's angled this one straight out of bounds, not even close.
Right
this is going to come back to about the 40-yard line. He almost kicked that one sideways. Corbin's going to come out there with great field position. Yeah, good spot by the official, 45-yard line. Maybe even gave Wayne an extra 4 or 5 yards there, but still, Corbin with a short field, 2:38 to go here, down by a touchdown.
We always just want an opportunity to win the game. 35-28, 2:38 to go. You got timeouts. You got an opportunity to win the game.
I'm going to tell you what, as they leave, people need to drop a little more change in the bucket as they go because they got more than their money's worth thus far in this game. Taylor's going to move up under center. 2:38 to go. Corbin down by a touchdown. First into the ball, fumbled on the snap. Big pile up. Did Taylor get it back? Wayne says they've got it. Nope, Corbin's got it back. Second down. The official moves in immediately and says Corbin football, and we got a break. That one was right in front of us, and Taylor must have reached and got it with one hand, Burley, because it looked like the Wayne kid was going to take it away from him.
Wayne had it at one time.
Wow. Well, two things happen there. You lose the down, and that gets the clock started running again, down to 2:20, and Taylor's going to run all the way to the sideline to get the play. We've got to pick things up a little bit here. Now we're getting a play call. Taylor's running back to the huddle. Clock down to 2 minutes to go now. It was 2:38 when we started this drive. Down to a minute 55. Corbin's going to have to pick up the pace just a bit, I believe. Two wide outs to the left. Taylor working out the shotgun, and now we've got a whistle, and Corbin has used too much time. Delay of game. You know, I don't know that I've ever seen a delay game in a hurry-up mode.
We just got one.
Was that a quick 30 seconds to you?
We've been totally out of sync.
That seemed like a really quick 30 to me.
It did me too, but
the guy was watching. He looked at his watch back there, and anytime the back judge throws that flag prior to the play, you know what it is. But still, still the ball just short of the 50-yard line. Second down to 16. Corbin needs to hit one big play here. Taylor takes it, fumbles it. Ball's on the ground, big pile up. Taylor picks it up, and he is down.
But we have come unraveled offensively.
Yes, we have.
And that's a tribute to Wayne County. They're outplaying us right now.
Well, we were lucky to get that football back. We've had a fumbled snap, a delay of game, and then a fumbled snap in the shotgun mode. Corbin's going to spend a timeout here on third down and probably 22 or 3. 24. We'll hang on to it right here.
I know that both coaches are talking to their teams about discipline and fundamentals down the stretch, and I'm not seeing that. As good a 3.5 quarters as football that we saw, this fourth quarter on both teams has been a little undisciplined, some penalties, some personal fouls, and some things. Now, both of these teams are playoff caliber football teams no matter what happens. I can tell you that, no matter who wins this game, both of them. And Wayne County, they're in a driver's seat right now, and they've earned it. However, I'm just really appalled at the undiscipline that we've shown here and the lack of composure here in the last few minutes.
Like I said, we've lost a little composure, Coach. You're right. It's 3rd and 24. What Corbin's got to do is hit a couple big plays here. So they can get back in it, and maybe here is where you use Wayne County's excitement and you use their momentum against them. Maybe some kind of a screen, something like that, and you let them over-pursue, and you got a chance to break one. Minute and a half exactly to go. 3rd and 24. Taylor empty backfield. 4 wide outs to the left, and this play is going to be stopped before it gets underway. Flags come in from everywhere. Corbin will be whistled for looks like illegal procedure.
And just really, like I say, I don't know how to describe it any other way. What I saw for 3.5 quarters was an excellent, disciplined football team playing hard, and now just a rash of penalties.
Corbin's got a diamond set up on the left side. Kopic a good 10 feet behind. They throw it to him off the left side, incomplete, and flags come down. That is a interference call, which I believe carries an automatic first down, Burley.
I think so.
They set Kopic up wide to the left side, threw him the football. He got hammered before the ball got there. Kopic's injured, but if that is an interference call, I believe that carries an automatic first down.
Well, we're going to get ready.
Oh, they're waving off the flag.
It's behind the line of scrimmage. And they're right to do so.
Yeah, because that's a live football when you throw it behind. That was a backwards pass. You're right. So that was like a lateral. You could hit that guy. You're exactly right. That's a good call.
That's the right call.
Well, that brings up 4th. and 29. Looks like Corbin has got the same set to the right side now. Taylor takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. He's in a bit of trouble. Chased out of there. Hit, drug down, dumps it across the middle, incomplete. An outstanding high school football game, 35-28. You know, it's a cliche, but you hate to see anybody lose in a game like this.